Good morning, everybody. Wait, let's get you set up real quick. Happy day 9. I have a very busy day. I'll kind of pop up here like what my day looks like. I'm about to hop on with a nutrition client, but I wanted to address a few things right off the bat. Last night, I feel like every night I make like action items that need to be discussed because remember, I've never done this before, so I'm kind of learning with you guys. I want you right now to go into the comments and comment something, comment anything. You can even invite Kevin to suck it because we surpassed his goal by over double. Again, the more engagement we have with these videos, the more they get pushed out, and then hopefully some rich person is just like, oh, I can finish out the donations. That's the goal. Second thing, I have gone ahead and I have added something to the tier 2 level. I have added a month of nutrition coaching. So that means you would get 4 30-minute sessions with me to work towards your nutrition goals. You know, especially as we're heading into the new year and especially as there's so much BS being shoved down our throats about nutrition and fitness and everything, I wanted to give another option for that second tier. We're adding that in there. And then the only other thing, I've noticed that some people have been letting me know that there is like an issue when they go to donate. They're not in a country that allows donations yet. So that sucks, YouTube. But here's what I will say. If you, number one, if you just want to donate to Feeding America, please do. You can go to their website. I'm going to leave that link down below today. And I will do you one better. If you donate directly to them, but you donate at a tier level and you want to cash in on that prize, just email me your receipt and we'll get it set up. Again, the goal, like obviously, sure, I would love to reach the 10,000 on my page, right? That'd be awesome. That would like feel so cool. But at the end of the day, it's not about me getting to say and gloat that like, look, I hit this 10,000 goal. No, like we want to raise as much money for Feeding America as possible. Whether that comes through my page, whether that comes from you making a donation to ThreadUp, whether that comes from you making a donation directly on their site. So if you want to donate directly to them at the tier level, email me your receipt. We'll get it all set up. Okay, I feel much better now. So we're going to hop on with our nutrition client. I don't think we're going to come back for a while. But when we do come back, we are going to specifically talk about my food intake because I've been getting some questions if I'm eating enough. So we're going to talk about it. Okay, let's get ready. All right, what do we think? Here, do we want the full Merry Catmas, everybody? So as promised, we're gonna talk a little bit more specifically about the amount of food that I have been eating. I've gotten a few concerned comments, all coming from a great place of just like, are you sure you're eating enough? Someone specifically was like, I don't know if I just can't tell because things might look smaller, but it looks like you're eating 1,000 calories a day. And it's actually funny that those comments started because I had some thoughts before this was even mentioned. So when this challenge started, I was sick, right? I didn't have an appetite, felt like crap. I wasn't really doing anything. Like if we look at granted, I didn't put my Fitbit on a lot of the days, but if we even just look at like my energy output last week, this is funny. It says I took like 12,000 steps. On Saturday, I took 8 steps. I obviously took more than 8 steps. So anyway, all that to say, the first part of this challenge, I wasn't really even concerned with it. Now, as I have gotten better and also picked up more of my normal routine, I have started to notice that, especially at night, I'm a little hungrier than usual. So I decided to take 2 days and actually track what I was eating. Now, keep in mind that tracking is not 100% accurate, but again, I was noticing a new cue that isn't normal for me, which is nighttime hunger. And I did find that I was definitely eating at a deficit. Now, it was nothing crazy. I would say, like, if I were to go into a cut, this is where I would be. And it would be normal that at first I would be a little bit hungrier at nighttime. Like, that's normal. So it's not like I am eating 1,000 calories a day. Like, it's more than that, don't worry. I've definitely found that because I'm prioritizing minimally processed foods from more nutritious sources, I've been under eating by accident. So I think that this also goes to show you, like we kind of saw with Gwyneth Paltrow's diet, like, yeah, you can get all of the beautiful produce and this and that you want, but are you gonna be eating enough? I don't wanna share my exact numbers because I don't think that that's helpful for anyone. I don't want anyone looking at what I'm eating and being like, oh, I need to eat that. Like it's not helpful and it's not relevant, but I will share what I am going to do to try and combat this. But like I said, I think it's important to note why it's happening, and it's because I'm on a budget and I have cut out like all of the fun stuff. All the fun stuff from my life is gone. Eating out, alcohol with friends, frozen treats, honestly, even peanut butter. Like I can't afford peanut butter, which sucks. So here are a few things that I'm going to try and implement to combat this. First thing, hemp hearts or hemp seeds or whatever. I'm gonna make sure that I always put this in my overnight oats. Hemp hearts are primarily a fat source, but it also has 10 grams of protein per serving, which is huge. And it's gonna have 180 calories per serving. So I'm getting in my healthy fats, I'm getting in added protein, and I'm just bumping up the caloric intake a bit without really even changing like the taste or texture of the food. Like these don't taste like anything. I am fully aware that this was something I already had in my pantry, so I did not spend money on it during this challenge, but I'm gonna try and convince you that this is one of those things that's a good investment. You know how this week, like we did an investment week? I have had this for so long, like this is going to last you for such a long time. You know, if I had to compare it to what I would usually use in my oats for my fat source is peanut butter. And this is going to go so much farther than nut butter in terms of how much you get, how much you use, and how long it's going to last you. Other things that are very equivalent to this, chia seeds, flax seeds, I think pumpkin seeds, like a lot of different seeds are all about the same like macronutrient profile. And I think it comes down to the taste and texture that you like. Next thing I'm gonna do is double up on fats when I can. A great example of this is putting on 2 slices of cheese instead of just 1 in my breakfast sandwiches, which I don't have a problem with. Now the reason I chose fats is because they are going to have more calories per gram than our other macronutrients. So fats are gonna have 9 calories per gram, while carbs and protein are only going to have 4. The other nice thing about certain fats like cheeses is that it's gonna also have added protein. So this will also help keep me fuller longer. So even if I am still slightly under the calories that I ideally would want during the day, I'm not gonna get those nighttime hunger pangs, hopefully. And then the other thing I'm gonna consider doing is at certain meals doing 1.5 servings to 2 servings of carbs instead of just the 1 that I normally go for. Honestly, I would love to make this a protein, but I can't afford it. So ideally, I would be aiming for something that does have added protein in it, like beans, right? Beans are a carbohydrate with that added bonus of having a large amount of protein. And when I talk about portion sizes, I'm gonna be talking about a cupped hand. So if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that I use the precision nutrition hand method in terms of measuring my portion sizes. So that's how I'm gonna measure 1.5 servings to 2 servings of carbs. Okay, so hopefully that has eased some of your concerns, and I really do appreciate it. Like, we were on the same page. I wasn't getting quite enough. It wasn't quite as low as you think, but it wasn't enough. So we have to continue with the day. I will check in with you later. Bye. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent stars go by, yet in the dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see. All right, a little bit of light, that's better. I just got finished with my last call of the day. If you remember from my nutrition Q&A video, I had asked someone to reach out to me for a free consult, and we just did that. When I offer those things, like, please take advantage of them, guys. I'm not joking about it. I realized, and I meant to say this earlier, as I'm probably making you dizzy. I signed off yesterday before I could show you my dinner, and I had started to implement some of those tactics I talked about earlier in the video today into my dinner. So I did take a photo, I'm gonna put it up here. So that little thing in the center is like an extra fat source. It's this like lupini bean hummus. Yes, I did dig into it, I just tried it. It was gifted to me. There's a rule, I'm allowed to accept gifts. So I was just like dipping my potatoes in that and the chicken in that. and that just helped to like bump up the calorie content a little bit. So rest of the day, all I have to do is edit yesterday's video, upload that. So I'm hoping to get that done in about 2 or 3 hours. And then we're gonna have dinner, take a shower. Kevin doesn't have a show tonight, so we actually get to hang out. And then we're gonna sign off. And we'll check donations. No one's told me that they donated $1,000, so I don't know. We'll see.